And so we call it a Keiki Fit Zone, and it's active-based childcare. You know, for us, it's like, you know, many people can stick your kid in a room and watch TV and whatever, and you go to a lot of daycares, and that's kind of the concept. For me, I want the kids to move. You know, we have the highest diabetes rate. We got all these children that are, you know, some obese, and so for us, it's like not only you drop your kid off and have them work out, and they're going to come out as sweaty as you are probably. But that was for me to create that, and at a way, as you know, I call it this positive selfishness I've created, right? So I'm trying to create an environment that's not only good, that's for my family and my keikis and my wife and my Ohana, but for if it's good for me, it's good for everybody concept. And so, and the whole time I was building, my daughter was she was in the Philippines. I had my family in the Philippines for the summer so I could help build this project and focus on it. And we'd talk on Skype a lot, and she'd be like, "Daddy, is my playground done yet? Is my playground done yet?" And I said, "Not yet, not yet." And you know, now it's all done, and she's in there, you know, 3 or 4 times a week with the rest of the kids. Yeah.
So it's real personal.
Yeah.
And something else, just in the short time that you've really been involved, you've given back to the community.
Yeah.
You've given. Something like $15,000?
Yeah, we did a lot. Like last year we did a fundraiser where we sold 30-day memberships for Christmas presents or holiday gifts. And they were $25 each, and we gave 20 of those dollars to the school of your choice. So when you bought it, you could say, I want to give it to Haiku School, I want to give it to Pukalani, I want to give it to whatever. And we raised about $5,000 from that. Finally, we divided it out to all the schools, and some schools got $60 and some schools got $1,500. So that was one of the kickoffs. And then we just hosted our first annual strongman competition over the summer. And from there, we had we raised money, and we got to give the 2 winners got to donate $5,000 to the school of their choice. Not only did they get to donate that money to the schools, they got to win. They actually won $1,500 cash to themselves. So it was really cool to go to these schools. We just recently did this, and you know, present these $5,000 checks, and the winners got to say, you know, what they wanted allocated to, and they all put it towards sports and fitness. So I know Doris Todd got one, and they're going to build pull-up bars and a new basketball and all this stuff. And Haiku School got the other one, and you know, they want to help, you know, put it towards their athletic program. And Haiku Schools, like, we also bought a whole bunch of computers for them with the last money, so they were really thankful for that. So I mean, for any way we try and give back, and every single nonprofit comes our way. You know, we do silent auction donations, and we give it to everybody. Because personally, for me, the best advertisement you can get is that kind of marketing right there. You know, that's that give back social marketing concept. Yeah. And for me, you know, that's, if we have it, to give it to them, and then they get filled, and they're going to come and check us out.
You're doing it. Yeah. And you're very into preventative welfare, health care, and you're also, you know, into training the full spectrum from, you say, grannies to top athletes. Yeah. So that's it's very cool. What
the preventative healthcare thing is, for me, it's like this mission I'm on to, you know, if you stay healthy and, you know, obviously you eat well and you move right and you correct the imbalances that you know, I call it the chair-borne society. You know, we were born, we go to school for 20 years maybe or more, we sit in chairs all day long, we drive in cars, right? We just get stuck in this world. And then, you know, it's to learn how to correct that. You know, and sports getting pulled out of schools now, and the kids aren't playing as much, and, you know, instead of going out, you used to do this. And so to create an environment where people learn how to take care of themselves and heal themselves and prevent injuries, right? And prevent heart attacks and prevent, you know, all those issues. That's the preventative, the healthcare kind of program we're trying to work, wellness programs and those concepts. So for me, it's back to that environment. Where can I go and keep my body healthy and stable and strong, and make it do things that, you know, I want it to do without getting hurt, you know. And, you know, we train, you know, from young athletes to kids to, you know, my client right now is 87 years old, is the oldest client I have, and trains 3 times a week. And
oh my goodness!
So, you know,
is she the one you were telling me about that had a kind of turnaround? There's somebody you were mentioning who was older, who was diagnosed with something, and you helped them turn it around. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Something with I don't want you to draw a blank here on air, but there was some really amazing story about I don't know if it was a woman or a man, and they came in and you really with their shoulder or with something.
I mean,
you probably have helped a lot of people.
There's so
like
many people that, you know, the history of taking people and making them do things that, say, the doctors said they couldn't do anymore.
That's the kind of things. I don't even know if there was a specific story, but I remember you talking about people being told they couldn't do certain things, and I think one of the things you love more than anything else is taking that and saying, not so. You just watch, and then have the person experience that for themselves.
And that's the greatest pleasure ever, and kind of one of the things that keeps me doing my job. And for instance, probably in a story too, it's like this newest client I have. She's 87 years old. She comes in the gym with a stick and her son helping her in, and she just moved to Maui about 5 months ago, and she's, you know, she can't walk from A to B, and she couldn't get down on the floor and get back up off the ground by herself, and she had to be held around, and she couldn't get to the end of the driveway and back to check the mail without the stick, and they all bombed. So for me, it's like I started working with this, and you know, I think we're 2.5 weeks later, and there's no more sticks. It's up and down off the floor. It's going to the beach and sitting in the ocean. It's walking down Paia with her son, you know, without holding hands and not tripping down the stairs. And it's every workout is one more step better. And I take these little videos with my iPhone and I send them, you know, send them to her, and she sends them back to her family in the mainland. And her big thing is her 40-year-old grandson is getting married next year, and she wants to go to the wedding and carry herself and dance the jig with everybody else. And I said, that's not a problem, and we're gonna be able to do that. And you know, I ask her every day, how you doing? I'm a little dizzy, blah blah. You know, that's life. But to really work with that, and that's that functionality that I would try, you know, really work with people, and to help her make life easier and possible, you know. And now she can walk anywhere and get up and get down and get out of the car and do it, you know. And all it was is teaching her how to talk to her body, you know. And that's really what we do, you know. I don't do anything for you, right? I teach you how to communicate to yourself, so you can activate the right stuff. And I teach a lot of people is if you can't tell it what to do, you can't exercise it, all right? And you're not going to be able to get there, right? You're going to be going through your, you know, your faulty patterns, if that, you know, your bad habits, or, you know. So what we do is, you know, is we help people learn how to communicate to their bodies. And for her, it was just talk to that core, learn how to stabilize your spine, activate it when you make that step, you know, blah, blah. And so now it's huge. It's one of my, you know, I call it my stimulating clients, you know. It's like, wow, you know, it's like every single thing is better and better. And she gets on the bike and rides the bike by herself, and, you know, those kind of concepts. And she's losing a little weight, and she feels better, you know. It's all working out. But the stories go on, you know.
Yeah.
So it's.
Well, I'm in the course of being one of those stories.
You're gonna be one.
And like I said in the beginning of the show, like what I love to do, I love to introduce people who are doing wonderful things on Maui, and you're one of them.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to come back in a few months after you've had a chance to work on me in time for, well, my birthday is January 17th. I'll be 58. And this is just a time in my life that I'm into tweaking things up. And you have already started helping me do that. So thank you for this. Thank you for all your time.
No problem.
And your energy, and for all you're doing wonderful here on Maui.
We're just getting started.
Okay. And you can go to his website, upcountryfitness.com, and you can explore more about him and his background and what they're doing up there, and go in for yourself and take advantage of, they have a free 10-day trial. And you can go in and take advantage of their free 10-day trial and just see what they're offering. So thank you so much for joining us today for this show, and great to have you here. Until next time, aloha.
Call me crazy, but I'm never